Okay, I think we got all the Sayori options there. Fancy meeting you here. What? Wait, are we in the club? I could have sworn. Mikey, fancy meeting you here. Oh yeah, what a coincidence, huh? Seriously speaking, though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us. Aha! No, we're actually in the club, so she knows we're in the club. I don't know why she was like, oh, fancy meeting you here. Like, I'd be like, I go here. Don't you remember yesterday? Bitch. I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back? True enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities. Thanks, will do. Well, back in the literature club. Sayori and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Mikey. I'm glad to see you here again. Who knew that something so simple would warrant so much thanks? First Monica, and now Yuri. I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organization centered around that hobby. So don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need any help. Or any other club member, for that matter. That is to say, feel free to ask any of us for assistance. Right, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry, though. It's not like I've never read anything before. Haha. I even remember to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have a university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment. Although it might be a little new to me, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? Ow, my feelings are hurt. She's got me there. And that's why I never said I wrote a good poem. Natsuki smirks at me, seemingly pleased that I'm not offended by her teasing. Well, good. Good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did fine, Mikey. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this is the first extracular... Oh, Jesus. I always struggle with this kind of fucking word. Extracular Mikey's done since high school started. You don't even know me at high school yet. Like, you just met me in the club. So extra work is probably really foreign to him. Again, she's not wrong, but she doesn't have to say it like that. Natsuki, you're being fairly harsh. Mikey, what would you say your main hobbies are? Wow, she's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into your teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of time playing video games and watching anime. So, suck it! Did I hit space again? I don't remember hitting space again, but... Did she say something different? And that's all you need to know, Natsuki said. Oh. Okay, it wasn't that bad, I guess. That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. What? Nani? Natsuki splutters to a halt. Looks like a certain someone knows how to dish it out, but can't take it. Manga is literature. Bitch. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Mikey always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Oh, I'm getting sick of the same dialogues from, like, the regular game. Oh, man. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help me with stuff. Eh? Oh, are you two childhood friends? I glanced at Sayori. Despite her cheery recollection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri's question is a reminder that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. It's a tad awkward. Yeah, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use the club to reconnect. Such a history with one another. I imagine you've shared much together. I have to turn this down a little bit in my ear. You could say that. Would you believe Sayori is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago? Hey, meanie, that's not true. Oh, need I tell Yuri about the time you tried to cook lunch and almost set the house on fire? Her face turns pink, and she rushes to interrupt me. That's the first time that she would interrupt. Anyway, I'm sure... Oh, man. Anyway, I'm sure you two could be just as good of friends. After all, you're both in the literature club now. Yeah, haha. Look forward to it. Yuri looks hopeful at hearing this, although I can't help but wonder, given the maturity and intelligence she carries so elegantly, and how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be as easy as Sayori thinks it is? Nope. Still, it's worth a try at least. Yay! Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, it's a book. Wait, Sayori. Me? It's not much, really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I was going to wait to give it to you at the appropriate time, but... I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Now I've ruined the surprise. The two girls both look dolefully down. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so this is still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcomed. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course, thanks for being so considerate, Yuri. You're welcome. It was the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read it. And we could, discuss it if you want. Okay, we're back to this again, this is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I might possibly like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, but I'm abruptly cut off by Natsuki. Okay. You didn't want him to feel left out. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say he doesn't like my books or something? My manga that he likes? Because that's just not true. He freaking loves manga. Just like me, right, Mikey? It looks like another Yuri Natsuki argument is cropping up again. It seems like they got more arguments in this mod than the actual game. And pretty much this mod, most of it, is has kind of the same start as the regular game. And it seems like Natsuki Yuri still has more arguments than ever. I glance over at Yuri. to find a variety of different emotions running over her face. She seems conflicted between standing up for herself and backing down to keep the peace. What was I going to say? After a beat, she opens her mouth to speak, her resolve straightened. Natsuki, that's not what I meant to say at all. I was simply referring to the fact that Mikey may not have much of a literature collection himself, given that he has said that he is not a reader. Giving him a book in a totally different genre would benefit him in broadening, right? I don't know. Broadening his knowledge of the literary world. Yuri suddenly appears to notice that all eyes are on her. Ooh, I apologize if I worded that harshly. No, you're fine, Yuri. While I definitely do love manga, I think that it do me well to read different things, too, once in a while. Seemingly to sense that she can't win the argument, Natsuki almost visibly backs down. Her outspoken nature really does make up for her physically small stature. Or stature, whatever. Whatever. Natsuki. Guys, let's just stop fighting. Everyone has their own super good taste in literature, so we shouldn't keep arguing over it. I'm sure that I'll enjoy everyone's recommendations equally as much. After all, you guys are all smart and definitely more experienced in literature than me. I'm just gonna say what I wasn't trying to attack. I wasn't trying to attack you or whatever. It's just that there are a lot of people who judge manga without even trying to read it themselves. So yeah. I guess that's that. Wait, that's? It means that's that? The closet will get in a or that's the closest. I guess that's the closest we'll get to an apology from Natsuki. I think one of the that wasn't supposed to be there. Like, the one without the apostrophe S wasn't supposed to be there, I don't think. I'm not sure. And with that, the tension in the room slowly dissipates. Sorry. It feels as though everyone in the room was holding in their breath until now. Yuri quietly hands me the copy of the book she's holding. Well, thanks, Yuri. You're welcome. You should read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. After a brief pause, the girls move on to their own things. Man, I seem to be the harbinger? I never heard anyone say that. Of awkwardness when it comes to Natsuki and Yuri. Well, that's probably because I don't know. It's probably because, like, I don't know, like, most of these other words. Mostly because I was very antisocial. Like, I don't have any good social skills at all. So that probably explains it, I guess. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. But instead, we're going to read the poems. Like the poetry thing. Never mind. I've already steeled myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving. Especially Natsuki, I guess. But it seems that we have some downtime before then. Well, looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Probably discussing club matters, given that they're the president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. A few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. So we just chilling? Everyone seems to be doing their own thing today. Natsuki's rummaging around the cupboard, and Yuri is sitting by herself, silently engrossed in her book. Meanwhile, Monica and Sayori seem to be talking animatedly, I guess that was, about something. I'm not really in the mood to read anything. I slump down into the nearest desk, and I go to sleep. Closing my eyes, I end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. The problem with the literature club is that it doesn't sound particularly exciting. Plus, people probably have their own preconceptions about what the club will be like. I'm a bit worried they might assume we're all pretentious and haughty. Haughty? Yeah, it's a real shame that people can't look past their assumptions. Well, this is a different conversation. We never heard this kind of conversation before. Still, I'm confident we can come up with something. We can't just give up. This festival is a real chance to show everyone what literature is all about. After all, we have such a variety here. Everyone's poems and writing styles are so different. Natsuki loves manga and Yuri's really into horror. There should be something here for everyone, you know? Agreed. I'm glad everyone has such different taste. It really helps bring the club to life. That's exactly what we want everyone else to see. We just need to find a way of showing how fun literature can be. Something that really stands out and appeals to their creative sides. I thought it was going to be creative minds, because she used to always say with their creative minds and stuff like that. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Well, even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, I don't think people will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So I think it's more important to figure out how to get people interested in the first place, right? And then once they're here, we can do whatever to appeal to their creative sides. Huh? This is a side of Sayori I haven't seen before. She's really taking this seriously and giving it a lot of thought. Excellent point, Sayori. Where would I be without my vice president? Okay, do you think food will get the job done? Okay, maybe it's not that different. I can practically hear Sayori's face light up, even though I have my eyes closed. Food? What kind? You like that idea, huh? I was thinking, cupcakes! Natsuki would love that. Good thinking. Her cupcakes are so good. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Oh, that quote from Sayori is adorable. Seriously, they really helped me write. Okay, cupcakes will do fine. All this talk about food has made me hungry. Anyway, don't forget, we still have to sort out the details of the festival itself. I tune out the rest of the conversation as tiredness takes a stronger hold on me. Sarah is still her usual self, bubbly and goofy. I guess some people never change. It brings a smile to my face as I fall asleep. Although I was surprised to see her so dedicated. I always remembered her as the kind of person who just improvises things. Kind of like me. I was not expecting that. Even though this happened in the actual game before, it didn't give me a warning being like, oh, someone's I don't know, trying to wake him up or whatever. It just, like, just happened. Like, just right here. Right in my face. Ah! I didn't expect to see Sayori's face taking up my vision when I opened my eyes. I nearly fell out of my chair. Wake up, sleepyhead. Geez, Sayori, you scared me. Sorry. Hang on, I'm not sorry at all. Why were you napping? This is the literature club, not the napping club. Wait, our school has a napping club? That would be me being a smartass. Hey, don't try and change the subject, mister. The others don't like it if they catch you sleeping, you know. What are they gonna do? I don't want you getting in trouble. Ah, Sayori. You've not changed one bit. Huh? You always used to look out for me. Back when we used to hang out. I remember that. Do you remember that time when we went on a bike ride to that park? I think this is different. I never heard this part. It feels like such a long time ago. Yeah, I think I do, actually. It was in the summer. You're talking about the time I fell off my bike and hurt my knee, right? Yeah, that one. You were in a lot of pain, but you were trying to act like it was no big deal. You were so silly, I had to go and get a Band-Aid. That memory makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The fact I could tell straight away which memory she was talking about makes me wonder if we have a psychic bond or something. Good times. Good times. By the way, did you know you have a big toothpaste stain on your collar? Oh god, are we gonna get this CG again? No I don't. She nervously picks at the stain with her hands as I stand up and get a closer look at her. Wait a sec. Your collar is sticking up a bit. Your hair doesn't look brushed either. Were you in a rush this morning? I reach out and run my fingers down the messy part of her hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. Her hair is really soft and smells faintly of cinnamon. I'm probably making this worse. You really need a brush, Sayori. No, I don't. My hair is just naturally like this. Okay. Maybe it isn't, but it's super hard to get it right. I give up. I give up with her hair and try to wipe off the stain with my fingers. Much like with her hair, I'm not having much luck. Come on, Sayori, you can't fool me. I know I've not seen much of you over the past few years, but I still knew you. I could tell when you're in a rush, or when you've been in a rush. People wouldn't even notice these things. They would. They just wouldn't say anything because they don't want to embarrass you. I give up with the stain and step back, looking at her blazer. But luckily for you, I'm not bothered about it. Also, why don't you button up your blazer? She shrugs. It was too stuffy last time. I tried it. With a sigh, I start buttoning it up. Yep, there's that CG again. Same old CG. Okay, everyone. Monica solemnly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Why do I feel like this shit's gonna be the exact same? If it's the exact same, I'll cut it anyway. As the main game is what I mean. Yay! I can't wait to read yours, Mikey. Don't expect too much, Sayori. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. Yeah, I got mine right here. Take that, Monica.